to, after this video, I'm going to be announcing I'm announcing it now. Mr. Brandon T. Adams is going to tell you so much about your personal branding that you are going to walk out of here knowing that you can be 10 feet tall and you can absolutely dominate whatever it is you decide is the most important part for you to dominate. We're going to start with a video. Here we go.
Hey, I'm Brandon T. Adams. I'm from Garnerville, Iowa, a small town that's literally surrounded by corn. When I was growing up, my dad had an ice business. That meant I actually sold ice for a living. In fact, I loved ice so much, when I got older, I invented a product called the Arctic Stick. I even tried to take it on Shark Tank. I got shut down, but I never gave up. So I went to the streets to try and raise money. And that's how I got into crowdfunding.
We have a crowdfunding expert here with us this morning, Brandon T. Adams, founder of Communities to the Crowd.
First of all, how's the stick going? It's good. You can get it on Amazon.
Creator of the Young Entrepreneur Convention.
And then one day, a TV producer came up to me and said, "Hey, can you help me raise money for my TV show?" And that's what I did. That show was Ambitious Adventures, which led to my wife and I crowdfunding our own show called Success in Your City, where we traveled the country to redefine what it means to be a success. Everything started out great.
You might want to check out a new series called Success in Your City.
Until we went dead broke. Our car got repoed. We nearly went bankrupt. And we were on the verge of getting a divorce.
There goes nothing.
And even after all of that,
Hundreds of people think I'm crazy.
I never gave up. We got to meet a lot of cool people along the way.
Brandon T. Adams was cracking.
The Brandon Adams. The kid's got confidence, he's got an attitude, he's getting it done, and he's taking big risks, and he's trying things.
I think when you're dealing with high-level professionals like Brandon, they see little things that you're not doing, but those little things can make a huge difference that have brought me to another level.
Now, Brandon Adams, anything that he puts on, he just has a knack for bringing together the most amazing group of people.
If you had learned from Brandon T. Adams, you're going to have the ability to crush it in your business, just like I did.
If you're ever thinking about taking your business to the next level, I highly recommend you work with Brandon.
I realized I could achieve anything I set my mind to if I really wanted, and that changed everything for me.
And today, I'm taking everything I learned, the successes and the failures, to remind you, if you have a dream, you should never give up on it.
I ain't letting you fall asleep today. We're going to have some fun. And I'm going to start with this question. This question that changed my life. The question is, what is success? What does success mean to you? I'm going to teach you today how you can build your personal brand, how you can make more money, have more fun. But you have to start with, what does success mean to you? Now, I want you to think about right now, what does it mean to you in your business? What does it mean to you in your personal life? Your relationship, your marriage, your family? What do you want with that? What does it mean to you in your health, in your wellness? What does it mean to you in your mental health? Once you figure out what success means to you, the sooner you will get there. And I'm going to share with you what it means to me. Right here, I'm living my dream. Every single week, I'm in a different city. I get to fly around and help people impact their life. This is my success, so thank you for allowing me to live it. This is my family. This is my wife, my niece and nephew. I have no kids biologically, but Jackson is 5, Jordan is 12. They do not have their actual parents in their life, and so my wife and I are their parent figures. I'm here to really help people think differently about success, but also I want to show them what's possible. Maybe they don't have that mother or father in their life. Well, I want to show them if they work hard and believe in what they do, they can achieve anything they set their mind to. They're my success, and they're why I'm here today. This is my business partners. I love them clappers. These are my business partners. You're going to hear from Kevin tomorrow. Kevin's going to share a great story. This guy's empowered me in so many ways. I'm very grateful to be in business with him. We have 30 plus investments together in various companies. Tomorrow he's going to give you a great show, so stay tuned for that. My success is them. That's his son, Brian. They're my business partners. They're my family. Sometimes I joke. I say sometimes it'd be easier if I had the Harrington last name. So everybody says, oh, are you Kevin's son? But they're my success. They're my family. This is my mom and dad. I love them dearly. They're actually in Mexico right now. I'm jealous. But my mom and dad, this was a year ago. They're my success. I made the commitment this year that I'm going to spend more time with my family because every single week somebody wants me whether to speak. We have business deals, we have shoots, we have events. It's easy to just forget about the things that really matter the most. So one thing to really think about is, who is that person you need to call? Who's that person you need to do a trip on? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it your kids? Plan that trip. I've literally done 30-hour trips where I spent $1,500 in flights and travel to spend a day with my parents. Because I know that if I don't now, I'll regret it one day when they're not here. So think about that. Make sure you spend time with your family, because if you make all this money, what does it matter if you don't have the people you love around you? Thank you. Thank you for that. So the last one on the show is, this is a team. And this is, we won some Emmys here multiple times for our work. And everything is with the team. You can't do it alone. And I share this because I want you to think about your Emmy moment. Maybe you won't go on to win Emmys, but what is your Emmy moment? Maybe it's X amount of dollars you want to make in your business. Maybe it's getting your biggest home staging deal, your biggest real estate deal. Maybe it's having a child. What is your Emmy moment in your life that you're going to work towards? And I want you to think about what it would feel like when that time comes. Because what I'm about to share with you is my Emmy moment when I took the stage and won the award. What most people didn't know, in the previous 12 months, I almost lost my relationship with my wife. I almost went bankrupt, literally lost everything. I went through hell and put $500,000 of my own money into a TV show where people thought I was an idiot and said nobody will ever watch it. And they all questioned me about my own success. So this was like my validation, like, don't listen to that noise. That was my moment. And so I want to share this with you.
And the second award for category 22 religion program goes to...
This one goes to Sean Van, Brandon Adams, Samantha Ronson, Mike and Silvestri, Carlos Mendina from Van Vigils, Orlando, Daytona Beach, Florida for Against All Odds, the Shane Hillenbrand story.
Thank you to Shea Hillenbrand for allowing us to tell a story going from a two-time All-Star playing for the Red Sox to helping kids all over the country. Thank you to Sean, Visuals, and Mike and Carlos, our whole team, my beautiful wife, traveling the country, hotel to hotel, everything she's done, to my parents, her parents. Wow, this is a dream come true. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's give the team a round of applause. That team is still with me today. They edit our content, they travel the country. That is my family. I'm so grateful for them. You noticed when I said my speech, I thanked everybody because there were so many people involved with that success. Again, you can't do it alone. So this is my train for success, my train in life. Feel free to get a phone, take a picture of this. I looked at what I've done over the past 15 years of my life, and I looked at a formula of the things I implemented. And yes, we'll talk about the branding things and marketing, but this is like just a core to me in everything that I do. So it's acronym TRAIN. The first one is take action. I can excite you. I can motivate you. You guys can get all fired up. But if you go home after this and you do nothing with it, this was all a waste. I wasted my time. You wasted your time. you have to go do something with it. You have to implement. You have to take action. If you take action in life, you'll get the things that you want. The next one is relationships. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You need to be around people that will help you grow. But also, I look at the people in my business. My team, they're making me better. The people in the room tonight, who's going to the VIP dinner, by the way? Raise your hand. Yes. Relationships. Some of the biggest relationships happened when I paid to be in a room, paid to be in a mastermind, paid to be at a dinner. So build the right relationships. Next one's add value. Always be adding value in business. How can you go above and beyond for your clients in real estate and home staging and anything in life? The more that you give to others, the more that you will get paid over time. Even in your relationships. I do a date night every single week with my wife. Well, not for the next 2 weeks because I'm gone for 2 weeks, but when I'm home, every week we do one date night. I add value to my relationship because if you take it for granted, you'll eventually lose it. So add value. Next one's investing. Always investing in yourself, in your future. I'm going to talk about investing in your personal brand, investing in your knowledge, reading books, being here today. Round of applause for you guys being here today. I mean, you invested in being in this room. It's been 2-3 days here in Vegas. You can apply everything else. You're investing to being here. So congrats to that. And the next one is never giving up. I've seen facing bankruptcy, my wife saying we need a divorce, to having my car repossessed, to my dad not talking to me anymore, to having the banker say, I'm taking everything, I'm gonna fucking bankrupt you. I've lost everything and started back and kept going. In life, if you just keep pushing forward, you will succeed. And I always say, it's happening for me and not against me. If something shitty happens, it's for you. It's a lesson. It's an obstacle that helps you grow. In life, if you never give up, you will get whatever you want in life. So don't quit, just keep pushing forward. And so I'm gonna start with 2 things. The formula I just shared, one is I'm gonna add value to you. I wanna give you something worth $1,000. Is that cool? Oh my God, did that not kick in? I wanna give you something worth $1,000 for free. Is that cool? Okay, wow, this crowd is tough. Okay, get out your phones. Get out your phones right now. I want you to text this number, 563-217-6850. Let me know once you got it. Raise your hand once you did it. And you're going to put in BTA. So text that number, just text BTA. Let me know once you've done that. I need to walk people through it because sometimes it takes a little bit. Yes? Okay. You texted 563-217-6850. You texted the word BTA. It shows on the screen to make it easy. The next step is fill out contact info. All you do is put your name, and you just gotta put your name, last name, and just fill out the other things here. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds because this will take a bit. It's very important. Raise your hand, you got it?
No. What area code do I need to put in for America? One.
There we go, thank you. Didn't know the answer to that.
Thank you.
Like your accent. So, okay, you guys got that? You fill out your information? Let me know. Raise your hand once you've actually filled out the information. You text the number 563-217-6850, and you're just putting BT in the text. This will pop up. Basically, a thing will pop up. You click it, and then you put in your contact info. The reason I'm taking time with this because it is very important, and I don't want you to lose out on this. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get access. Every year, we have an event called Rise and Record. I film it. I spend about $250,000 on a 3-day event. I bring in known musicians, artists, speakers, everything. I recorded everything. I wanted to give you access to the whole event. Just so you know, just getting to that event starts at $800. It goes to $5,000. I recorded it all. You get access. No strings attached. I don't want anything. Just fill out the information. It'll send you the actual link. You create your account. You have access to the course. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
You guys figure it out? I know somebody around you? Yes. Okay. Okay. It's a free gift. So I started with that. I got one more challenge for you. Ready? You ready for one more challenge? Okay. So for those of you who've been to events before, don't cheat. Okay. I'm all about taking action. I got a book here. This is a book called The Road to Success. You've seen it before. I know you have. You better not cheat. All right. Got a book here. It's all about how my wife and I traveled the country and created a TV show. And we share the journey, what we learned about success. Here's a book. I got something else here because I know money motivates. I got a $100 bill. $100 bill. Who likes money? Yes. So I got a $100 bill, and this is the bookmark. And I want to ask you a question. Who would like this book? Who would like this? Who wants this? Yes. But wait, who wants it? All right, who wants it? Let's give her a round of applause. Yes. There's a point to that. Sometimes you have to get off your ass and go grab what you want in life. Yeah? I'm not going to just hand it to you. You got to actually come up and get it. Everything in life you have to grab. I've seen this, by the way, at events where people are running, they're tripping. I had a pregnant woman once come up and I'm like, slow down, I'll give it to you, I'll give it to you. And she's like running for the book. But it's a way to really show you got to take action. You got to stand up, you got to do something. Again, I'm all about taking action. Okay, so here's my journey. That's funny. Every event is different. Sometimes people don't get it. And then I'm looking and I'm waiting and it's like awkward. I'm like, okay, now you got it. All right. So I'm going to share my journey. I'm going to show the story of how I built my personal brand so you can get a little preface behind it of how I did it. I'll share little lessons along the way. And then I'm going to go through my brand formula. Then I'll show you how to build your personal brand through either a book, a podcast show, video content, hosting events, all these different things. You guys ready for that? Yes. Okay, you're not going to believe this, but I actually grew up selling frozen water for a living. I sold ice for a living. This is me as a kid. Look, I'm the little kid in front. See that ice truck right there? I still have that. And my wife said, when are we going to throw that away? I said, we're carrying that all over the country as we travel. It'll be with me till the day I die. But I was in the ice truck, worked with my father. This is me after growing up in college. And one day, I actually used to wear something other than black. If you know me, I wear black every single day. It makes my life easy. But this is me as a delivery guy. And this is me, it was 10 years ago, me delivering ice. So picture me going to convenience stores, bars, restaurants. I was a delivery guy. I could drive a semi-truck. I was an ice man. And so that was my early beginnings as an entrepreneur, because you have all this world of influencers and go create content, build a brand. I had a non-sexy business that I was in, trucks, employees, all these different things. But that was my beginning. And what I learned from my father is customer service and going above and beyond for your customers. Who is all about customer service in here? Yes? Customer service will determine if they keep coming back to you and will determine if they refer business to you. Always go above and beyond for the people that you're working with. I think Zig Ziglar says, if you keep giving more to what you would get paid for, eventually you get paid more for what you do. I murdered that a little bit, but you get the picture. Give more to your clients, make them feel good, treat them as a person, not a transaction, and show how you can make their life better. Customer relationship. So this is me. This is when I first really understood I wanted to do something bigger in life. I wanted to create more money in the ice business. That's what I knew. So I invented a product called the Arctic Stick, the cool and flavored drinks. Here's a picture of me at a race. And that invention was really the start of my thinking bigger. And I share this picture because this is my first mentor. You guys remember your first mentor? The first mentor you had? First, beyond my dad, this guy is Cactus Jack Behringer. I read a book called Think and Go Rich, which some of you, have you read the book? Yes? Great book. So this book changed my life. I was 20 years old. I had a 1.68 GPA. I was failing out of school. I was doing all kinds of bad things. But I read the book and it made me realize that anything was possible in life. And here's the key takeaways. I learned through Think and Go Rich, you need a specialized knowledge. You need knowledge that brings value to people that allows you to get paid for what you do. You need to be persistent. Most sales happen between the 7th and 19th time you need to approach somebody. Be persistent in everything that you do. Mentorship, getting mentors, having mentors in your life to see things you don't see. You need mentorship. The mastermind, you guys know the mastermind principle. When 2 or more people come together and work in perfect harmony towards a goal. Being in mastermind groups. I'm in 3 different masterminds that I pay for. I'm in groups where they help me grow. They see things I can't see because I'm so deep into a project. And then investing in yourself and your future. I didn't really understand investing in people until I had read this book. And I remember the first investment I made, which you guys think about right now as I'm sharing the story, the first investment you made in yourself, in a client, or in a mentor. I invested 10 grand at 22 years old in this guy, $10,000. And the reason I did is because he was a famous inventor and I needed help with my invention. And I always believe, find somebody who already achieved what you want to achieve, follow their footsteps, get them as a mentor. My parents thought it was a scam. I'm from a small town of 700 people. People are like, what are you doing? You're giving this guy this money? I said, I'm investing myself in my future. I dropped $10,000 cash, by the way. 22 years old. I remember going to the bank and this, threw it down. He was counting in front of me. It was the best day of my life. It changed my life. I paid him for 2.5 years, but he opened up my mind to what was possible. He saved me so much money from making mistakes. I didn't have to make mistakes because he showed me the way, but also he put me in proximity with the right people. So who's made an investment in the last year? Raise your hand. I'm just going to play a game here. Who's invested over, and keep your hand, so everybody have a hand up. Put your hand, everybody, put your hand up. Okay, have you invested at least $20,000 in yourself in the last 2 years? If not, put your hand down. Okay, at least $50,000 in the last 2 years. Okay, at least $100,000 in the last 2 years. I like this. By the way, my hand's up too. At least $150,000 in the last 2 years. I like this guy in the back. Let's see who's going to win here. At least $250,000 in the last 2 years. Oh, we got some over here. Here we go. Okay. At least $300 to $1,000. $350. How much number?
About 5.
5? Curious, if you don't mind sharing, what would you all invest in? Mentors, coaches, relationships?
All the above, and then also personal property, because we're in the real estate business.
Okay. Good. Anybody back there? I saw your hand up. Yeah. Buy land? Okay. I was talking personal development, but that's cool. I still have a hand up in $250,000. But no, the point is, start where you can. The more, I like you said, yeah.
I know it was like real estate.
No, it was personal development. They messed it up. There we go. If it's real estate, we'll keep going all day. But I've once invested $50,000 for an hour of somebody's time. And so, and I share that because I found out from my experience that it made me think bigger. Because it made me look at time and the value of time, and we all should value people's time. But the more I invested, the more I grew, because I was always for the long game. Today, I'm going to really challenge you. I'm going to say things most people won't say. I'm going to make you think differently. And when you leave here today, you're either going to be like, screw that guy, or you're going to be like, dude, I'm going to go do some shit. That sound good? Okay, that's my promise to you today. So, Think and Grow Rich. I read it. Fast forward, I got the opportunity to actually create a film on it called Think and Grow Rich: The Legacy. Myself and other people produced a movie based on the book. Multi-million-dollar film. It's in Spanish, it's in English, and it's Czech Republic. This is us, this is the moment, and their Emmy moment on the red carpet with Barbara Corcoran. It was cool to see how I took the thought of the book, I learned from it, but then eventually took Napoleon Hill's work and took it to the next level. And so this led me into crowdfunding. So this is where my branding journey started. I started raising money for people. Raising money through Kickstarter, Indiegogo. You guys have heard of crowdfunding, right? So I was a crowdfunding expert. I wanted to be the best in crowdfunding. And I'm about to share the crazy journey of what I did to build my personal brand, which later will go through the tactics for you. So I started with the podcast show. I knew if I had a podcast show, this is in 2015, if I interviewed people, I could so-called pick their brain, which I hate that term, but I could have them on my show, I could interview them, and then I could build that connection. Who has a podcast show in here right now? No? Oh man, you guys raise your hand. Yes, you do. I like it. Who's thinking about doing a podcast show? After today, you probably will want to. It was a way to build connection and build association with other experts in the industry of crowdfunding. So I started podcasting. This is my setup, pretty sketchy, in my living room. No big deal. And now that I look back at it, every time I see them, like, that's a food time. That person sat on their side of me, and I interviewed them. But it was my podcasting journey. And what I did, talk about commitment. When I started out, I didn't have a lot of money. And I said, I'll never let money be the reason why I didn't do something. So what I did is I traveled the country, slept in my pickup truck. This is in LA Fitness off of Vine Street. You ever been to Hollywood? Right off Vine Street, there's the LA Fitness Center. I once slept there for a week, and I negotiated a free pass to the gym. So every day I'd wake up early, I'd work out at the gym, I would shower, I would go do my podcasting during the day, I would go and eat canned food and $5 footlongs, and I did a 9-day trip LA and back from Des Moines, Iowa for less than $800. And so, again, people say, I don't have the money, don't have resources. I didn't want to be that person. So I committed to it. I did whatever was necessary to build my brand and to also build connections through podcasting. And then I started going on live TV. Jonathan's not here. If somebody wants to record this, I want to do a shout out to Jonathan Miller. Round of applause for Jonathan. Jonathan is a good friend of mine. I've known him for years now. I've worked with him. He's went through some of our training programs, but he's now got a national publication. He has TV every week in Richmond, Virginia. He goes on TV. He's a known celebrity in the industry. It's so cool to see people just grow up and go to that level. But TV is a way to build your local celebrity. Whether you're talking about home staging, real estate, you're becoming an authoritative figure in your industry, in that local market. So I started going on TV talking about crowdfunding. Then I started getting more attention, and through my podcast show, I'll tell you, I leveraged the podcast to build connection. I had people on my show. At the end of the show, when we were done, I would say, hey, here's who I am. How can I help you? In this case, I interviewed a guy that was editor-in-chief of this magazine. He liked my story, and he said, hey, you want to send me some photos and more about your story? I'd love to do some kind of feature on you. What did I do? I took action. I followed up. I sent him everything because I invested in photos at that time. 3 months later, they put me on a national magazine for free, and I didn't know he was going to do it. That ran, by the way. I was on the reorder cover for 5 years. Wow. And that was because through my podcast show, through my follow-up, I created value for him because, think about it, people need a good story. If you give them a good story and great photo assets, they will feature you. So that is another way to build your brand. Getting in magazines, getting in articles, getting local content. Here's another story, podcaster. I had John Lee Dubas, Entrepreneurs on Fire. You ever heard of the podcast show? I had him on my show. I interviewed him. What did I do after the mic was off? Hey, I'm a crowdfunding expert. This is what I do. Anything I can do to help you? Let me know. He said, I'm thinking about doing this book called The Freedom Journal. He's like, I might do a Kickstarter campaign. And little did I know that would become what became the Freedom Journal. But I ended up doing this campaign. We raised $500,000 in a month for a book. We ended up using part of the proceeds. We built 3 schools for Pencils of Promise. It was the 5th largest crowdfunding campaign in history. And all of a sudden, I had my first overnight success. And so that was through a podcast show. I leveraged a podcast show to build my brand, but also to connect with other people. Think about for yourself, how can you leverage a podcast show to get meetings with people that could be your ideal client or a relationship that you want to do business with. And then that caught the attention of Kevin Harrington, who's going to be speaking tomorrow, original shark from Shark Tank. Kevin saw what I did and he said, Brandon, could you do that for me? I don't know, Kevin, maybe. Yeah, I can do that for you. We ended up doing a book launch called Put a Shark in Your Tank. And we did a crowdfunding launch, basically a new way to market a product. And we launched it at one of my events, just like this in Iowa. He spoke. We launched it live from the event. Here's a picture of all of us. There's Kevin and Jeff Hoffman from Priceline, full circle. There's Jack Barron, my original mentor, and some of my other friends. Think about, look around right now at your table. You don't know who could be your next $1 million deal, your next great relationship, in some cases, next maybe husband or wife. You just don't know. And so what I've always done at events like this is I found ways to connect with people. I followed up, I added value, and some of those turned into the Kevin Harringtons of the world. And even today, like following up with me, you guys, some of you will be with me tonight, tomorrow you get to see Kevin Harrington. You really don't know what could be your next big opportunity in life. So take it seriously when you're in these rooms. Connect with people, say who you are and what you do. One of the guys in that room, and this is how I got into TV, was a guy named Greg Roulette. He came up to me and he said, hey, why don't you come down to Orlando, Florida? I want you to film a masterclass on crowdfunding. Again, I'm building my crowdfunding brand. I said, yes, we did it. We filmed the masterclass. He said, can you raise money for my TV show? If you help me raise money, I will make you my co-host. At that time, he didn't really know I was doing acting and modeling. I really wanted to get in front of the camera. I said, yes. I used my specialized knowledge to raise money for him, and we created a show. Raised over $50,000 in a short period of time just to use for the sponsorship. We ended up creating the show. Here's Jack Canfield, Lewis Howes, Jake Paul, who now you see as a fighter. I learned how to leverage and get connected with very influential people, but also find ways to do business together, which I'm going to talk about more in a bit. But this was, again, my way to be able to build connections with people. We launched the show, streamed season 1 on Amazon Prime. We were on Facebook Watch when it first became a thing. We also had a deal with the Entrepreneur Network. We ended up winning an Emmy nomination. We never won an Emmy, which was bullshit, but that's a judge's fault. But that was my first opportunity to be in TV. And then what happened is, he's like, hey, I don't want to do another season. I was all in. I put over $500,000 of my own money into a show. I created a docuseries with my wife called Success in Your City. That's Samantha. We're filming. We went to Scottsdale, Arizona, Austin, Texas, Denver, Colorado, Boston, Massachusetts, Nashville, Tennessee. We lived around the country. We would fly in a film crew. We'd live there. We found the talent, everything. We'd film. We'd go to the next city. And so we created that show, which did win an Emmy. So we won multiple Emmys for the show. It became Success in Your City, and then we created a book called The Road to Success. So it was a crazy journey. I wouldn't change anything, almost losing everything along the way, and this yo-yo effect and roller coaster, but it was a lot of fun. And what we did is we took that asset from creating a TV show, and we transitioned it into an event called Rise and Record, where we help people rise up and share their story through video. And so where am I today? Every step that I did led me to where I am today. And I want you to think about everything you've done over the past 10 years. The past 10 years, everything you have done has led you to where you are today, and it's a foundational component to your success and also your brand. So today, this is who I am today. I'm the CEO of Accelerate Media Group. We build and scale brands. I'm an investor and advisor in 30-some companies. I'm doing about 1 to 2 investments a month where we are investing in companies, we're advising companies, we're scaling companies. Some are public, some are private. We have some really cool things. It's like I'm a kid in a candy store every single day. I never know when I'm going to get pitched. So I'm an investor. I'm making impact in people's lives. I have a podcast show. We have TV shows. I'm a producer of multiple shows at any given time. So I'm producing and mentoring them. And then also, one thing, fun fact, my goal is I want to be a shark on Shark Tank within 3 years. So, yes. It's one of the crazy things. I always say what I want, and who knows, somebody in this room might be like, I'm going to figure out, and we're going to do that together. So that's me. That's where I'm at today, and that's where I'm going. Why did this story matter? Why did everything I just shared with you matter? People buy into you. What I learned is people buy into you and your story. People buy from people they like, trust, and know. If you're in real estate, you know that. But people buy into your story. And what you consistently share on a regular basis on social media, talking one-to-one, on podcast shows, is what becomes your brand. So you ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? That's the first question. What do I think success is to me? What do I want to be known for? And who do I want to be known to? Because being known to those people are the ones that will get you what you want, which is more business, more opportunity. So it really goes down to who's your ideal client. Create content that is speaking to your ideal client so you're in front of them and they eventually buy from you. And so this is my brand formula. If you want to get your phone out, you can take a picture of this. This is what we're going to walk through. So you know I do a whole day workshop on this, which you guys will have the opportunity to have a cool, fun, take action special offers later. But this is what I live my life on. I personally do this to this day, and everybody I work with, I do this. So B is for books, publishing a book, blogging content. R is for recording video content. A is for audio, podcasting and public speaking. N is networking and hosting events like we're doing here. And then D is delivering value and experiences in unique ways, which I'll give you some examples. Today, because we don't have time to go through it all, I'm going to go through the brand formula briefly, but the recording video content is the main one I'm going to talk about because I love video. Who loves video in here? Yes. Who's creating video on a regular basis in here? Good. Awesome. Yes, you are. You're working with me. All right. First one, publishing a book. Who has a book in here? You guys get tired, raise your hand. I'm making sure you're up and you're not falling asleep. By the way, I do call people out that start falling asleep after lunch, so don't be that person. Okay, so the book. A book is a way to show yourself as an authoritative figure in your space. It's credible. You can hand out books to your ideal clients. We do free plus shipping campaigns where it costs me money to get it to people. They will see an ad that we do. They'll click it. They just cover shipping. They give me like $8. I ship them the book, and that's something that sits on their nightstand. That's something that sits in their house. They read it, they're more likely to hire you. It also makes you as an expert. A book actually helps you get on TV too. So publishing a book is a branding move like on anything else. This is 2 books here. One is The Road to Success. It's the one I wrote with my wife. And then Put a Shark to Your Tank is a co-authored book. So you don't just have to do it yourself. Kevin will talk about this tomorrow. but you can get a dozen people that co-author a book together. You can use the contributions put into one book, and then everybody's going to promote it. So you're basically helping each other market a book. So writing a book, you all have a book in you, whether it's just around your own story or around your credibility and what you do. A book is a great way to build a brand. The next one is recording video content, which I'll share some examples a little bit. I got a couple of funny videos too, which I hope you like. But recording videos. Why is video so powerful? Because people can see it, they can feel the emotion behind it. It's creating videos with your phone or with the camera right there. It's posting on social media. And what do you talk about on camera? You share who you are, what you do, how you help people. Who you are, what you do, how you help people. You repeat it over and over again, so then it becomes branded into people's minds. Next one, audio for podcasting. Like I said before, podcasting is a way to get people on your show, share their wisdom with the world, but build a connection. Podcasting has got me into rooms I couldn't even imagine. So if you want to build really high quality connections or just build up your brand, a podcast show is a way to do it. I know some people that they only have guests on their show that are an ideal client. So they use a podcast as their deal flow. Next one, speaking. This is me on stage at Rise and Record. As you can see, I'm always crazy. Some people are probably like, who is this guy when I came up? I know I always get market feedback, and sometimes I look back and forth, and some people, they think, I don't like that guy. And then there's people that are like, yes, I like Brandon. So those of you that don't like me, it's fine. I'm just a lot of energy. But this is me, speaking. Speaking on a stage is proven to show you as an authoritative figure in your space. So if you're on the stage, people see you as a real, credible source. And there's an audience here. So if you can speak on stages, it can be a key component to getting more business in whatever you do. Real estate, home staging, selling any kind of widget, you name it. Being on a stage can help you. I know there's a lot of speakers. I'm curious, who's all speaking here? Speakers on stages? Yeah? I'm doing there one. Who's spoken at, let's say, 20 events in the last 12 months? Yeah. Back there, yes. Yes, I like it. Let's give them a round of applause. That's a lot. That's not easy. Okay, networking and hosting events. Here's pictures from all events I've done. There's events where there's dinners, like tonight, VIP dinner. You come in, high level, you pay to be in a room, you connect and have food over, break bread. There's events like that. We have performers. I do events where I bring in country artists and they perform. You create an experience for your audience. You make it fun. People won't forget it. This is an event I did in LA, downtown LA. And then this is one, we did a theme. So doing themes where we had in Nashville where I bought cowboy boots, cowboy hats, and everybody dressed up a cowboy, cowgirl. You were there. You saw it. It was fun. Did you have a cowboy hat? I don't think you did.
I had a pink one.
She had a pink one. But themes, making it fun, hosting your own events. The whole saying is, the host gets the most. The host gets the biggest bill, but the host gets the most opportunity. I have some events, I've spent $250,000 in 3 days, and my wife is like, what are you doing? But it's a way to create an experience for people, and those people will never forget you. Because if somebody in that room, a speaker, an entertainer, created this emotional, amazing moment for the attendees, that attendee will never forget that you were the one that put that together. It's a long game, but it's a great way to build out your brand, hosting events. And then the last one is delivering value and experiences. So I'm gonna make you think differently right now. How I built up my connections with very high-level people. To be real blunt, I gave them a lot of money, but I helped them achieve their goals. If you wanna get connected to anybody, figure out what they want and give it to them. Help them get it. They got a book coming out? Buy a bunch of copies of their book. They got a charity? I've sent money to charities. Speak into their needs. Don't come to them and say, what can I get from you? Say, what can I do from you? But don't just say it because I hear it all the time. Actually do it. So here's a couple examples. At our events, we've created literally canvas art. We had artists do pictures of the speakers on stage and we give it to them afterwards. Here's one. For that Think and Go Rich, when we did the premiere, I paid for my entire film crew to fly out to LA to film the experience. So I was bringing value to the film, but also I knew I would get association with all the people on the carpet. Magazine, we used to do a magazine. I would put people on the cover of the magazine that I wanted to build a relationship with. This is Lewis Howes from the School of Greatness. We put him on the cover of the magazine. And then one more, Kevin, which you might say it tomorrow. He's the only shark on Shark Tank that has an Emmy. because none of the other ones actually submitted for the Emmys, but we submitted for Kevin, and Kevin got an Emmy through Brendan T. Adams in our project. But I helped people win Emmys if they obviously deserved it, but we worked together to create something awesome. People of high influence like awards, like you speaking to their needs. I've had literally speakers come to my event where we were presenting them awards, and that meant way more than any money they could have gotten. So think about for yourself in your industry, how can you create unique experiences and deliver value to your clients, or they will tell their friends about you and they will love you. And even the next step, how can you do it for very influential people? Because what I did early on is I worked with very high level people that had audiences, and then after I got a video testimonial from them, they told everybody about Brandon T. Adams. So think about that, getting video testimonials. So recording video content. I'm gonna go into videos now. I'm gonna share some videos. Why is video so powerful? I want to, just before I jump in this, why is video powerful? Anyone raise your hand? Why do you think it's good? Anybody?
Visual.
Yep.
Visual.
Visual.
Creates emotion.
Creates emotion. Anything else?
Tell your story.
Tell your story. What?
You don't say it, you show that you do it.
Amen to that. That's good. Yes, I like that. So it is the best way to tell a story. It's proven when you can see my eyes, you're more likely to trust me. I found that out when we filmed one episode and I had glasses on. They said, don't ever do that again, because if you have shades on, people don't see you as trustworthy. It's proven when you see my hands, you're more likely to trust me. You see my hands in a video. For thousands of years, you think about the subconscious thought of me having my hands behind my back. What do you think? I have a weapon. There's a lot of communication that happens when I smile. If I smile to you, I seem more likable. You're more likely to smile back, which I like to see people smile. These are all little things you can do in a video. When you share a story, it's proven that most people are more likely to remember and retain the information. So when you share a story through a video and do all these different things, you're drawing emotion, you're drawing a connection, you're getting your point across, which means people will reach out to you and they want to collaborate with you. It spreads like wildfire on social media. TikTok, Instagram. I mean, I don't even know all the names these days, but LinkedIn, create Snapchat. I'm still on Snapchat. But creating video on these platforms, publishing it gets a lot of attention. It's a great way to meet or connect with a lot of people. It gains the most attention on social media. So what to share on social media? The number one people say to me is, Brandon, what do I talk about? What do I talk about on camera? Share who you are and what you do. That's one. I've had people that have hired me just because they connected with me that I lived in Iowa back in the day. I've had people connect with my story, and there was a touch point in my story that they hired me because they connected with me on an emotional level. So share your story, share what you do. I now invest money. I got somebody filming around here. I'm always filming content behind the scenes. You'll see me on Instagram stories, create a story and posted it to bring people into my life. Like she said before back there, she said, show it. Show that you're a speaker. Show that you're a real estate investor. Show that you're a home stager. It's one thing to say it, but show people as you're doing it. So show people. And also talk about your area of expertise. If you're in real estate, give your best real estate tips. Share case studies of people you've helped in real estate. If you're at home staging, give your best tips on how to make a house sell quick, how to make it look great. Give advice and do it consistently. Sometimes it'll feel like, man, I'm saying the same thing over. My wife will say, it's like, you share the same story over and over again. I'm like, I'm speaking to a different audience, honey. But also, it's branding into people's brains. You'll notice I'll repeat things 2 or 3 times to make you remember what I said. It's branding. So, we all have our own reality TV show. It's social media. It's stories. It's posting on social media. And if you bring people into your life on a regular basis, more people know you. They feel like you're a connection. It actually closes the whole sales process, because I'll go to an event and there'll be people who say, I've been following you for 5 years. And if I offer them, hey, why don't you join one of these programs? It's not like it's a cold lead. It's like they feel like they know me like close and personal. You can do that through social media. No, you're probably not going to be the next Kardashian and bring people into your life. But you can just be a person that has maybe 1,000 followers, that has 1,000 dedicated followers that really believe in that person. Those people will buy from you. So here's a video where I just talk about the power of having your own reality TV show on social media. It's one thing to say you're great at something. It's another thing to like show people you're actually doing it. Hey, we're filming today. We're actually filming. Oh, we got a group here. We're doing a mastermind. Or hey, I'm at this event and we're about to take the stage. Or hey, I'm working with a client and this is what we're working on.
you're showing people that you do it. But also I look at like, some people see me, I'll show when I'm running in the morning or exercise, I'm showing them my discipline. And then when they see that, they know you're disciplined in some way. Like, oh, if they do it that way, imagine what they do in other areas of their life. So you show things. I show me running, exercising, because I'm showing people I'm disciplined in what I do. I'm just showing realness. I show when I'm with my family. My wife does, sometimes I lay back because she doesn't like to be on camera, but I'm just showing her. So think about how you can really bring people in your life. We live in a digital age, and if you're serious, like not everybody wants to do this. You don't need to go build your brand. But that's why I asked at the beginning, what does success mean to you, and what do you want in your life? But if you're like me, I personally want to build massive wealth to give back to the world. I realize building a brand just happens to be the vehicle that's going to help me get there in 2014 or 2014, 2024. What the fuck is happening right now? 2024, 2025, and so on. Maybe it'll change in 7 years. I don't know. Or maybe we'll all die with AI. I don't know what's going to happen. But I do know it is a game today that helps you get more clients, make more money. So that's why I create a lot of content. This is how I create content like a machine. Like a whole nother level of machine. So I post daily in real time. So I get my phone out, I'll post a video, I'll basically share it into my life. I record promos from events, I'll show later examples. So I'll record events, I'll repurpose that content. I will give a keynote on stage, I'm filming here. There's about, for this talk today, I'll get about 25 reels. So 25 different reels that are 45 to 90 seconds that I can repurpose on social media. I'm all about repurposing. Podcast clips. I just went on a podcast show last night. It's about 1 hour and 15 minutes. They recorded in a studio. I asked for access to all the content. I'm gonna have my editor cut it up into multiple pieces of content. So repurposing. And then tagging. By the way, if you guys do get your phone out, if you have Instagram, feel free during this talk to record an Instagram story or do a picture and tag me at Brandon T. Adams. I'll share it to my page. I'm getting content from the audience because I can't be out there when I'm talking. I have a camera person, but in real time, you guys might do a story, say, I'm at the IAHSP event, and by the way, you should do this, tag IAHSP, and then tag Brandon T. Adams and post it to your story. That's content. And then what I'll do later tonight, I'll repost it to my page because I'm always looking for content. So repost content. Posting videos in real time. So I'm about to share an example for you where I went fishing. Who likes to go fishing? Yes? I love fishing. I grew up near the Mississippi River in Iowa. I go fishing every year, and I wanted to just share inside my life and posted me going fishing. So I posted one video. I have my buddy named Cody. He recorded, hey, record this quick. He recorded a quick clip with my phone, and I posted it right away. So I didn't edit it, nothing. It actually got a lot of views. And then what I did later is I had recorded other clips along the way to tell a story, and then I created a reel with it. So I posted 2 times in that day. Same videos in different variations. Before I show this, I want you guys to know the fish was not harmed in this procedure. I did not realize that catfish have such sharp teeth. Oh yeah! That hurt my thumb. Oh, baby! So I posted that. And I got, I don't know, a few thousand views, and people are like, oh, you're in Iowa, you're fishing, connecting. It's top of mind. Because what happens, they watch that video, and then they're more likely to go watch my other videos where I talk about what I do for a living, and etc. So, post in real time. Now, the next one is a reel where I tell a story. This is a true story. My grandpa was a commercial fisherman. He grew up seining fish on the river, and that's how he made his living. And actually trapping, fishing. Like, he literally lived off the land. And so, I tell the story how my grandpa was a commercial fisherman, and I kind of have some music behind it. So here's actually like an edited reel that I did later that day. Fishing on the Mississippi River today. My grandpa, starting out as an entrepreneur, was a commercial fisherman, and he's on the same river. So here with Cody today, we're getting some fish, we're having some fun. Stay tuned. Let's see if we get something. Again, I posted real time because here's the number one thing people do. What they do is
They create the video and it sits in their camera roll and doesn't go anywhere. Who does that? I mean, raise your hand. I'm done. Come on. Come on. So what I'll do is my reactions, I'll record it and I'll post right away, but I also have content later that I'll repurpose. Or I'll do like a weekly vlog. I'm recording stuff throughout the week, and then I have, it's like Google Photos, and I share the folder with my team, and I upload it every single day. And then by the end of the week, they have a full edited vlog of the week. So again, I'm multi-purposing content different ways. There's so many ways you can go about this, but the biggest thing is at least creating the content, posting it, and then repurposing. So where am I posting videos? Instagram I love. I love Reels on Instagram, it's my favorite platform. Facebook I like too, and also one hack you can do, your personal Facebook page, not just your business page, you can utilize that for content. It gets a lot of attention. TikTok, who's on TikTok? Yes, TikTok. I want to see some of your videos. The way you raise your hand, I'm like, I bet she likes TikTok, right? So TikTok, LinkedIn is our gold mine. Who is posting videos on LinkedIn? LinkedIn is underutilized. If you took one thing away from today that could be worth everything for you this entire trip, is start posting videos on LinkedIn. There's a professional network that has money that will pay you. And people are like, oh, LinkedIn's so professional, it's not social. It's become a social platform. And you don't have to post the fishing pictures or anything. Post doing a home staging. Post you with the client. Be present on LinkedIn. And then YouTube Shorts, YouTube content. Then there's like X, not Twitter, more X, Threads, all these other ones. But these are the main ones I'm posting to. If you were gonna say, oh, I'm gonna only do one or the other, I would say LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. The power of personalized videos. Here's another easy thing you can do. I do it every single week. I send personal videos to people to build a real connection versus just sending a text or audio message. Here's what I do during the holidays for Christmas.
Hey Gail, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Samantha and I, and say thank you so much for joining us at Rise and Record. I've been inspired by watching your videos, everything you're doing. Excited to collaborate with you in some way in 2023. So keep being awesome, keep doing great things. Have a Merry Christmas, and here's to your success in 2023. Bye.
So I did like 230 this year. I knocked it out, and I time it. It takes me like 4 hours. I average about 45 seconds per video. So what I do is I put my phone up, and these are real messages. Like, they're all friends. This is not like one to all. It's personal for every single one. So I have my list, all the names, got clients, friends, family, everything. And I set my phone up, and I press record, do my message, boom, go to the next one, press record, do my message. Sometimes I'll mess up, and I'll just joke about it. Like I did earlier, and I couldn't figure out that it's 2024 because my brain just went crazy. But like sometimes when I'm doing videos, I don't care if I make a mistake, I just keep going. I'm very efficient. And most people don't notice it. We as humans will overanalyze everything. Like there's probably 10 mistakes I made today, and some of you will be like, I don't think you made any mistakes, because we overanalyze ourselves as humans. So sending personal videos, it doesn't have to be just during the holidays. It could literally be, I saw him look at her, I'm like, were you giving her like, oh, do you overanalyze? I go, look, I can see everybody by in this room. I'm like looking at everybody. If you don't think I'm looking at you, I am. Personal video. Here's a fun story. You guys want to hear a really epic story?
Yes.
Like crazy. I don't know if Kevin will bring this up tomorrow, but I'm going to share with you now. A year ago, I was in Vegas. We were speaking, Kevin was on the stage for EXP Con, and there was Tarek from Flipper Flop, who was Lena Cardone, and Kevin and them, and 6,000 people on stage. Okay. They get off stage, and I said, Kevin, we got to go. We got to get to Mexico. We jump in a limo. You're about to see the video, but I want to tell the story. Jump in a limo. We literally drive 4 minutes. We go to the tarmac where the jets are. We walk on to the jet. We first take a picture. We walk on the jet, and it's him and I getting flown to Mexico. And we're going to Punta Mita. And so we fly a couple hours. We're doing business meetings, talking to each other on the flight. We land. We get out. If you ever been, who's been on a jet before? Yeah, so you get off the jet, like in this case, there was a golf cart, picked us up, put our bags in, went to the main area, we got our luggage, and we called and said, hey, we're here. Somebody's supposed to pick us up, a private vehicle. I said, I don't know where you're at, I don't see you. And they're like, well, we're here. It's black vehicle, black Suburban. I'm like, no, you're not. I gave the phone to the person next to me. He said some things in Spanish, He looked at me and he said, you guys have some serious problems. You're in Los Cabos, you are not in Punta Mita. The jet flew us to the wrong place in Mexico. Here I am like, fuck, and we're gonna do a ransom. I got a high net worth individual that's known on Shark Tank. Is somebody gonna jack me? What's gonna happen? Good news is, I lived, I'm here speaking today, but we got flown to the wrong place in Mexico. To this day, I don't know what happened. I just know the person that flew us in probably had to pay a lot of extra fuel. The pilot didn't know, they thought they were going to the right place. And so we ran to the pilot, we said, get back on that plane. We are literally going to Punta Mita because we have a dinner tonight that we have to be at. We got back on the plane, and this is another Emmy moment I want to share. So we're in the jet, we're up, and we're sitting in the plane, and I'm sitting up, and I realized in that moment, I was actually having a Don Julio tequila. If you know anything about me, I like tequila. And so I'm sipping on the drink, I'm looking out the window, and I realized, holy shit, I'm living my dream. I have my dream mentor and business partner. I'm on a jet. I'm making money in the moment. I'm having a tequila. And I'm high in the sky. Not actually high, it's not high. But that was my Emmy moment to realize, wow, anything is possible. What you don't know is 3 years prior, I was almost bankrupt. And so it's cool to see what you can do if you actually keep going with something. We ended up making it in time for dinner, full resort and everything. We gave her a talk, and then we had our way back, and we didn't get lost the second time. But here's a reel showing the experience. So I want to tell the story first. Now you get to see the reel of everything as we filmed it. This week, you can get small clips, put them together into a reel, show people beyond your life. I challenge you to do it, have some fun with it, let people know what you did in Vegas. Next one, scripted videos. So we've worked with very known influencers. We've done shoots with Carmen Electra, Ric Flair, the wrestler, obviously Kevin. I've worked with country musicians. And sometimes when you're working with people that are of high influence, but also you're paying them a lot of money to do something, you want to make sure it states exactly what you want it to read. So I will write scripts, send it to people, and they can put it on their teleprompter app, and they can record it. So think about, for this, as you're doing this, think about how you can get people to literally read from a script exactly how you want it to read, and you can use that in a paid ad. So here's one. Who's a Florida Georgia Line fan? Oh yeah, baby. Florida Georgia Line, I listened to it growing up. And there's Brian Kelly, who's one of the duos of Florida Georgia Line. Well, I really liked Brian Kelly's story and everything. So I hired him to perform at my event in Nashville. And so we had some videos that he created. And here's one of the videos. And it's very specific of the things I had him say, which I'll explain after I show you.
Hey Nashville, it's Brian Kelly, Grammy-nominated artist and beach cowboy. I'm coming to you this October 20th to perform at the Rise and Record event, which is an event that's all about rising up and sharing your story with the world. Super proud to be a part of this event, and I'm having a blast with it. Over the past few years, I've created quite a story for myself, and I'm excited to be sharing it with y'all at this event. You'll hear my journey as an entrepreneur, becoming the beach cowboy, some other amazing stories I'm sure, and I'll also be performing some of my new songs, which I'm super stoked about. This event is perfect for entrepreneurs and aspiring leaders who are looking to communicate their message effectively through the power of video marketing. Come hang out with me and other speakers such as Kevin Harrington, an original shark of Shark Tank, John Lee Dumas of the Entrepreneurs on Fire podcast, and Brandon T. Adams and Samantha Rosine, who are the creators of Rise and Record. See y'all there.
So I had him say different names, so then we were mentioned in the video by him, but also some of the other speakers would want to post it because their name's mentioned. I was very specific in how I did that.
He created the video, he sent it to us, and then my team edited B-roll and add subtitles and everything else. So again, think about how you can use scripted videos for very influential people to endorse your event, endorse your company, whatever it is. And some will be good and they'll do a really good one naturally, but some people just need a script to read from. The next one is experiential videos of brand association. So what I mean by that is videos where you're out doing something. One idea for you tonight is you could be by I don't know if you gamble or not, but maybe you want to go, my favorite slot machine is Buffalo. And they do the Buffalo. You ever heard that? Buffalo. I'm not a gambler, but you didn't hear that. So you could go buy the Buffalo machine and you can make a metaphor, you and a friend, be like, hey, we're here in life. And I'm just talking on the fly right now, but hey, here in life, you know, sometimes people just gamble and they might win, they might lose. But if you actually have a real plan in place and you have the people around you, you can make a lot of money. But we're having a little fun in Vegas here and that's all. Boom. There's a video. You and somebody else. You're with another person and you both can post it to your pages, so you're tapping into people's audiences. I think somebody talked about the collaborator option on Instagram. You can post it to other people's pages, and you both can tap into each other's audiences. Here's a video of me with another brand, a known guy, who created the game Pictionary. You've ever played Pictionary? So Pictionary, one of the most successful games of all time. He's a friend of mine, and I was at his house. I'm like, I want to get a video today. I'm like, Rob, let's play Pictionary and get a video. And fun fact is, I had never played Pictionary in my life until this day. Maybe you'll notice on the video, but here's me and Rob Angel, the founder of Pictionary, doing a video just together. And watch what I say.
Go. Letter, big, picture, stamp. Boom. There you go. Here's the deal. It's not what you draw. It's the fact that you're drawing. That's what I learned about Pictionary, right? You gotta get in the game. You can't just make a picture. You actually got to put the pencil to paper and start. Because otherwise it's just a dream, it's an idea, it's a word. You've got to start. And the fact that we just put pencil to paper is what you have to do.
So this is the inventor of Pictionary, Rob Angel. Be sure to follow Rob on social media and stay tuned. He may be speaking at your next event.
Yes, sir.
So he wanted to get speaking gigs. So I was intentionally saying about speaking. And so he'll post to his page, I post to mine. Brand association, fun, cool video. Oh, I'm playing Pictionary with the founder of Pictionary. So how can you be fun and creative with your videos? And this is recorded with my phone. I just had my wife pick up my iPhone and record, press play, and I just talk. So experiential videos that can associate yourself with other brands. So tonight, you could pick somebody else in this room and you could go do a video with them, get the video together, and then you can post it to each other's pages. Here's a funny, well, I'll let you decide if it's funny. This is a video we did. If you want to draw emotion, make people laugh. This is a video that is, you ever seen Dollar Shave Club video? Yeah? Well, this guy came to me and said he wanted to create a Dollar Shave Club real estate style video coming from a real estate agent. So it's fun, well, funny, it's experiential, it's different, but I'm gonna show it to you. I'll let you guys decide if it's funny, but it's a cool video we filmed in downtown Denver in an Airbnb, and it's with Dan Gomer. So here we go.
What's up? My name is Dan, founder of DanGomer.com. What is DanGomer.com? Well, do you realize that you may only have days to get your next home under contract? We make your next move happen. Because we know what the we're doing. I gotcha.
Yes! So happy.
So, if you're doing the same thing as everybody else, it's time to step up your game. I get it. Buying or selling a house can be tough. You're probably too busy day trading like a champ. No! Or dominating your adult basketball league. So when it's time to sell your home, you need a pro. We make this process so easy, you're going to want to do it again, and again, and again. I know your cousin's wife's friend just got her real estate license, and she can totally hook you up.
Oh my god, every house that I saw, they totally have a roof on it.
But at the end of the day, it's time to look at your home for what it really is, your biggest investment.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. We're not just selling houses, we're also making friends. We are dangover.com, and it's time to make your next move.
It's over the top, it's random, it's funny. He used that video and posted it on social media, and he told me that people would come up to him and he had a kickball league, and they're like, "Are you the guy who did that video?" But think about it, draws emotion, makes people laugh, they're more likely to remember you. Sometimes you can pull the funny side of things, make people laugh, draw from emotion. The next video I'm going to show you is something that IAHSP could do from today. We have cameras here, we're filming the main stage. They're likely going to have you say some things about how amazing this event is later. Grabbing B-roll. B-roll is content that can go over top of people talking. So showing clips of me speaking, me jumping off the stage, or whatever it is. And you create a promo video that you can use to sell tickets at future events. And so any event I do this. I want to show you an example of what I would say is probably the most high-end promo video that you could ever create. We have a whole film crew that comes in, we have drones, we have everything, and we highlight the experience. So when you watch this video, you watch it and you're like, dude, I want to be at that next event. Just like Jenny can do with this event, she can create an experience video that people watch it, that weren't in this room, be like, dude, I want to come to the Atlanta event. I want to come to the next event. So think about if you're ever putting on events, this video's purpose is to sell tickets to an event. And I'll explain afterwards the science behind what we do.
We're here in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City. We're ready to ride and record.
Let's go, rise and record. Look at that! Rise and record 2023!
Felt great coming in the first day. A lot of great energy. You can feel it. A lot of high-level people that engaged with.
Last night, just a beautiful event. It was great to see everybody come together. Fantastic venue, hairiest rooftop. I mean, what an incredible night.
Samantha and Brandon Adams have put together one of the best events that I've ever been to for entrepreneurs.
Last year, I was really a little confused about what the next chapter in my business and in my life was going to be. We're here with Brandon T. Adams at Rise and Record. I joined the mastermind for the year working with Brandon and his team. Solidify the Rise and Leader program, the Rise and Leader book and podcast. My next guest on the podcast, Brandon actually came and flew to my house.
We've been filming, wait, look at this studio we got everything.
Helping me create videos and create content that shifted everything.
The Elite Day at Rise and Record is incredible. Any opportunity you could possibly want. There's one person that stands between you and that opportunity. So when you come to the Elite Day, you get to have a bunch of people working with you to help figure out what that opportunity is, what people you need to connect with, so you can start to experience that growth immediately.
I love learning from people. I love learning new perspectives. Brandon and Sam, you can see the passion and the drive in both of them, individually and together. I would definitely say they're a power couple for sure. But I love the fact that, we're not just business, we're not just, creatives, we're artists, all of us.
Somebody who's waiting for you on the other side of your meetings today, so don't keep your story inside. Rise and record. Somebody needs to hear your story.
So we had purposely speaker testimonials. So if I show this to somebody that I want to speak at my event, I show it to them, they're like, dude, these speakers are saying awesome things. 2, you're getting attendee testimonials. So then people that are thinking about it coming to the event, they see the experience. It's like this movie trailer wow factor that when people watch a promo like that, it makes them more likely to get a ticket to an event. So just an example, I'm gonna show one more. I got 2 more videos to show, and I'm gonna share a slide about how to make extra money, and then I'm gonna go into an offer for you. Video testimonial. So who's got video testimonials from their clients? You all should be raising your hand, by the way. Video, what?
We can barely get reviews. They get lazy. They don't want to.
Well, so for one, when you get done with, let's say you just got done staging or selling a home, while they're excited about it, you can be like, hey, if you have a great experience, you'd be open to share a few things on camera, turn the camera on and let them talk. And do it right away. Don't wait, because then time goes and most people are afraid to go in front of the camera. So that's one tip. But video testimonials will drive your sales. This is from last week, by the way. My team is really good. So last week, I did a workshop in St. Petersburg, Florida, around building a brand and monetizing the brand. And I had them all. I was in the room, but they shared their experience. So you're going to see all these video testimonials from different people basically saying how powerful something was. If you want people to buy from you, don't just say yourself how great it is. Get other people to say how great it is. So here's an example.
We're in St. Petersburg, Florida, and we are here for Brandon Adams' one-day workshop. And what an incredible one day this has been.
Brandon actually gave like this brand framework that I'm able to take and now have this content calendar of ongoing content and essentially a growth system that I need.
Anybody's looking to build their personal brand or build up their business, it's well worth the investment here. And even further from here, there's other opportunities to work and collaborate with Brandon and also with the people that you meet in the group.
If you are thinking about coming to this event, it is definitely something worth your while. I learned a lot today. I've never done something like this before, and I really enjoyed my experience and all the knowledge that I've gained from this event.
For me, I wanted to be able to elevate my ability to brand myself more efficiently, more effectively, and really learn as much as I could from Brandon and the rest of the people that were here.
What really surprised me about this event is that even after doing the VIP day at Rise and Record, doing this workshop, there was so much value we got from just being in a smaller setting room. I would highly recommend checking out the workshop, even if you've done some of Brandon's prior events.
So, Ignite and Elevate Workshop, it's a promo, but everybody gave testimonials. And beyond having a promo like that, every individual testimonial could be posted on social media, could be put into an ad. For you, think about how you can get video testimonials for your business that drive more people to want to work with you. Video testimonials are like the most powerful thing. Get as many different variations. Now I have probably over 100 video testimonials from different backgrounds, different stages of life, male, female, you name it. So if somebody's looking to work with me, if I want to, I can literally send them a video testimonial that I know would connect with them on the deepest level. Maybe it's a female real estate in Virginia. Maybe it is a marketer in wherever. I can send them a video that they're like, dude, I see myself in that story. I want to work with their company. Last one is a big why I do what I do. I love making money, but I love to do good with that money. I love to give back. I love to support different causes, charities. There's one called World Youth Horizons that I give to on a regular basis. It supports an orphanage in Uganda and other third world countries. And so my money that I put towards it is a way for them to get food, clothing, different homes. And so I love the power of video to tell a story, to draw emotion that gets people like want to give money towards a cause. And so I've used this over the years of crowdfunding. Yes, I've used it in business, but I'm going to show something that's very powerful. I gave to this cause, and I didn't expect this, but my co-founder of it said, hey, he told the orphanage, like, create a video for Brandon. And they sent me this, and then instantly I'm like, oh my God, right to the heart. And so now when I posted that, there were people that followed me, and they also gave the cause. So think about how you can use video and emotion to raise money for a charity.
Thank you so much, Brandon, for our food. May God bless you. I love you so much. Bye-bye.
Simple video, like emotion. And by the way, like you can, for $1,000 a month, you can feed an orphanage of 50 people. And think about how we can, I probably spent $1,000 yesterday. But like, you can spend a small amount to help so many people. We take things for granted here. If you live in the United States, one of these countries, like we have running water, they don't have that. We have hot food. We have all these things that we take for granted. So think about how you can use video to raise money for a great cause to make the world a better place. Okay, towards the last part. So I showed how to build a brand. I'm going to share a couple slides on how to make money from it. And by the way, in the panel, in about 12 minutes, I'm going to call you up. About 12 minutes, hopefully, exactly. And so I'm going to talk about how you can make money with your brand. You guys like that? Yeah? Yes? Who likes money? Yes? Here, you clappers out. Good, good. Okay. I do, again, a full day workshop, which on your tables, I'm going to share more about it a bit, and you can join a workshop with me. I'm just going to touch on it because it is like a full day thing that I do. Take a picture of this. These are all different ways you can make money with your brand. Masterminds, consulting, membership groups, consulting for equity, referral deals, coaching, courses, books, accelerators, speaking, event ticket sales, bringing deals to people, get an affiliate kickback, structuring deals and get a cut of the deal. These are all ways you can leverage your brand and your network to make money in your current business, but outside your business. Some simple ones: books, courses, training. Who's selling education right now? Yes? Education's becoming one of the most highly scaling revenue generators for businesses. Selling your knowledge, selling information. These are so much information out there, but if you can organize information and have a credible brand, people want to buy from you versus just going on YouTube to look at it. So books, courses, workshops. I'm going to share just briefly some big name influencers, and I'm going to share a touch of how I've built up wealth through consulting for equity. And here are 3 celebrities. What do they all have in common?
Alcohol.
Alcohol. What else? Actors.
They're hot.
Did you say they're hot? Oh. I thought you said they're high or hot. I didn't know which one. But so all status, they built their brand. And yes, so you got Dwayne Johnson Tequila, you got Aviation Gin, Mint Mobile you got George Clooney, Casamigos. What they did is they leveraged their brand and audience to get a part of deals. And I don't know specifically this, if they have to put their own money in, they have to. But they took a brand and a product. They took their brand and ability to create content on camera, and they scaled it, sold to their audience, got into distribution, and built up their wealth. Now, Dwayne Johnson right now, last time I looked about 45 days ago, the worth of that company, Terramana Tequila, is about $5.2 billion. He owns 30% of that company. So on paper, he's a billionaire. And so I think Ryan Reynolds sold his last company for $400 million. These are consulting for equity deals or brand exchanging deals where you leverage your brand to a product and you help promote it and you take a piece of the upside. Now, not everybody's going to become these people, but think about how you can leverage your brand to get a part of companies and allow your brand to make you more money. I'm going to share a couple case studies quick. I am a huge advocate of IV therapy. I'm an owner, a part owner, and a shareholder in a company called The Drip Bar. We have about 100 locations around the country. There's one here in Vegas. I went to it yesterday. Maybe that's why I'm so crazy. They call the Myers cocktail. It's called the Power Pack. But I love IV therapy because it helps people live healthier and happier lives. And so Kevin's my partner in this too. I share a video how I'll shoot videos when I go to the location and I'll promote the locations. I've leveraged my brand and video content to drive more sales.
Drip Bar in Nashville. I'm in my favorite city. Just moved into Nashville here yesterday. So I'm gonna get my drip on and we're gonna have some fun.
Showing B-roll clips.
That is B-complex.
B-complex.
Brandon T. Adams here. I'm in the Drip Bar in Nashville, Tennessee. My favorite city in that. It's one of my home places. I just moved in here yesterday. And I'm at this location and I'm getting the Power Pack. I'm really ready for a punch because it's been a long week of traveling, not much sleep, and everything else. So if you're looking to get energized, or if you're looking to pick me up for feeling better, being ready for a great workout, being ready for your week, I got a lot of traveling coming up to be ready for that. Come into the Drip Bar in Nashville, Tennessee. Tell them Brandon sent you. Come in, get a drip, and here's to your success.
So not only am I promoting videos like that, but I'm on stage and I'm sharing case studies, but you in the room, some of you might go out and get a drip. I mean, it feels really good, by the way. But also, maybe somebody wants to open their own franchise. So I'm bringing value to the company, and I'm an owner in the company. And so how can you leverage your brand, your ability to speak, podcast, your audience, to get a part of companies and be a partner, like a real partner, a shareholder in the company? Here's another example. Who's seen this show, Wicked Tuna? Wicked Tuna Fishing, great show. 2 years ago, I sat across the table. It was Kevin and I, and this guy named Paul Hebert. He's a Boston guy. He's one of the captains. And we got to know him, talked to him, and he said, we haven't really sold a lot of products with the brand Wicked Tuna, even though they're doing season 13. I think season 13 comes out in February. And well-known show, a lot of eyeballs, one of the top viewed shows. Well, we came in after a long negotiation over a year. We own the licensing for the Asciano Wicked Tuna. And so that is something we've done. Here's us on a boat getting drips. So this is an example very creatively how we took 2 different brands we're a part of and collaborated them and gave the captains drips, but also
there's a chance this might be seen on the next season. I don't know, we'll see if they cut it or not. But I took this video, put it on social media. It's content for me. It's promoting Drip Bar. I'm an investor in. I'm promoting Wicked Tuna. So it's a win-win. How can you take multiple brands that you're a part of and make a win-win for them? Here's a quick video.
Where are we at? Cape Ann Marina getting on Drip Bar.
Here with the Drip Bar. We're sitting here in Gloucester, Massachusetts. We're on the Wicked Pizza with of the show Wicked Tuna. We got Lance and we got Frank over here. We're having some fun. We're getting some drips. How was the experience?
I feel like Superman right now. Usually around 2, 3 o'clock, I'll get tired every single day. When I do the drip for like a week or two, I'm fine. You can feel it once it goes in you.
Once it goes in?
Once you get the vitamins in your body, right away you feel it.
Well, it's clarity. It's clarity when you're getting the drip. You feel better, you're sharp when you're doing different things.
This will hydrate you and make you feel better. Your body needs it like you sleep better.
You sleep better, your workouts are better. If you want to get energy, you want to get hydrated, and you want to feel great, you got to go to the Drip Bar. What do you think, Paul? Should they go?
I think they should definitely go. Everybody needs a drip. Get your drip on, baby.
He's a great promo man. So I hope, did you guys, by the way, did you like that presentation? Was that good?
Yeah.
Was that good? Okay. Was it great? Yeah. All right. What I'm about to share is probably one of the most important things you can take away, but also could be an opportunity for you to change your life. These are 3 people that I've invested in over the years that have completely changed my life. One you'll get to see tomorrow. I'm so grateful. You're going to love his message. You are going to love what he's done over the years, taking 23 companies over 100 million. I was a part of one of them. Kevin Harrington. I invested in him, in the relationship over the years. Actually, how I first really got in contact. Yes, I helped him launch a book, but I paid him to be on my stage in Iowa in 2016. I built a relationship with him, and then we found ways to make money together. I invested in that relationship because what I say earlier, I want to be a shark on Shark Tank. What better way than find a shark that's been on Shark Tank? And so that's one person I invested in. My time, money, energy, and he's like family to me. James Whitaker, he is somebody who coaches me. He has this podcast show called the Win the Day Podcast. He's giving me clarity on how I interview people, how I ask questions, how I look at different things. We all need somebody in our corner. He's somebody I invested time, money, and energy into to become the best me I can be. Sean Villa, he's a multiple Emmy Award-winning director, storyteller. He has flown around the country with me. We've worked on many amazing projects. I've invested a lot of money with him and his crew to help me better tell my story, to film the content that I do, because I believe in personal branding. I believe in growing my personal brand, but also telling a lot of people about what I do and using storytelling to impact their life. I've invested in them. I share this because in life, I've always found people that I wanted to be like or where I wanted to be, and I invested my time, money, and energy in those people. So I ask you, who do you want to be like, or who has something that can get you to where you want to go? And it goes back to what is success, what do you want in life? That's going to this too. Who do you want to be like? Where do you want to become? Who is going to help you get there? And so I love sharing opportunities. I'm going to share one today because Jenny said, hey, we want to create something special for the IAHSP group. And it's an opportunity to work one-on-one with me and my team and spend a full day with me. I know some of you are like, I could have spent a day with that guy. I couldn't handle that guy. Some might be like, yeah, let's do it. But it's a whole day with me. And I do workshops every single month around the country, St. Petersburg, Florida, Nashville, Tennessee. We have one coming up February 15th in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a whole day with me. It's me. You walk away with all the tactics for your own brand. And I walk through how to build your brand. And I walk through how to monetize your brand. And we do networking afterward. We have drinks. I take you to my favorite restaurant. And so I'm going to present an opportunity that I'm going to show a video. And then I'm going to share a couple case studies. And I'll give it, I'm always an action taker. By the way, on your sheets, you look at these papers here that has information. I'm going to say something for the first 7 people that take me up on it. That is a crazy offer. So if you are somewhat interested, you want to look at this. It's a one-day workshop with me. You spend time with me. I'm going to show you how to build your brand, monetize your brand. I show how I consult for equity, how we do $1 million deals. On a regular basis, I'm consulting, and basically we're doing deals where we get at least $1 million worth of equity in companies. And then also I'll show you how you do the paid speaking, all these different things. So I'm going to share a video. I'm going to share people that have been through it, and then I'm going to bring up some people that are going to share how video has helped them grow their business. Is that okay? Yeah. Sweet. You're not sick with me yet? No. Sweet. I love you guys. I love you guys. Let's go. Here we go.
Are you ready to build a personal brand that attracts more deal flow for your current business, but also opens you up to other streams of income from consulting, speaking, masterminds events, or even consulting for equity? If so, you're going to want to hear what I'm about to say, because I have a brand formula that can help you achieve all of that. My name is Brandon T. Adams, and I've spent the past decade building my own personal brand and dozens of other personal and business brands. I've worked with entrepreneurs such as Kevin Harrington, an original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank, Jeff Hoffman, serial entrepreneur from Priceline.com, John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneurs on Fire, and also brands such as Think and Go Rich Legacy, X Prize, Rise and Record, and many other well-known brands. I started my entrepreneur journey selling packaged ice as a delivery man. I lived in a small town in Iowa, and at that time, I had no online brand awareness, and I had 0 followers. No one knew about me, and my only revenue stream was from selling ice. One day, I realized that it was going to be necessary for me to start building my own brand online, so eventually I would be able to leverage my brand for more money-making opportunities outside of the ice business. This realization led me to creating and publishing video content on social media. I was doing Facebook Lives back when it first became a thing. I also started to speak on stages, put on my own speaker events, launch podcast shows, go on podcast shows, and I even launched my own best-selling book, The Road to Success. After doing all of this, I not only made more money and got more consistent deal flow for my business, but I impacted more lives in a positive way. People started reaching out to me and letting me know how much I changed their life. Having a strong personal brand helps you do all of this. And I'm going to be sharing my step-by-step brand formula process on how you can do this for yourself. I've implemented this formula with many of my one-on-one advisory clients, but I only work with a select few people at any given time, and the investment to work with me can be as much as 6 figures. I wanted to create a one-day experience for you to learn everything I know and be able to give you the blueprint you need to build your own personal brand and generate extra revenue streams from it. I'm doing a one-day workshop that'll be going over all of this. There is limited seating to attend, and the investment to join is the lowest it'll ever be. So now is the best time to get in on this training. If you click the link below, you can see the details on how you can reserve a spot for the workshop. This is going to be an amazing opportunity for you, and I can't wait to meet you in person. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, so I'm going to share a couple success stories because I'm very proud of the people that I'm about to share of how it's helped them in their life. And so first off, Andrea Delamuro. She came to me, 2-time cancer survivor. She's a badass. She's opening a drip bar, but she wanted to get her story out there. She went from 0 to 1,000 followers within, I think, 4 or 5 months, which is their real followers, not the buy followers, by the way. Posting 3 to 5 videos per week. She's speaking at events. She's publishing a book this year, and also going to increase revenue in her business. Just somebody that's been through the workshop before. Another example, Trey and Angie. Raise your hand back there. Let's give them a round of applause. They're going to be coming up in a few minutes. They were at a workshop in July. They came in. They started to share their story publicly, which their story is so inspiring. They're launching a podcast show this month. They're hosting their own events. They're publishing a book in 2024. They're growing their real estate business. I remember Trey said, I mean, he'll say it in a bit, but like, he never even thought about doing a podcast show until he came to the workshop, and now they're launching a podcast show. Jonathan Miller, he's here in spirit. Let's give a round of applause for Jonathan. He met me like 5 or 6 years ago. Jonathan, one big thing he gained was like confidence. On camera, how he did things, negotiation, like he's a badass. He became a national influencer. So now he has a local segment in Richmond and also national, where he's talking on a weekly basis on TV. He appears on local TV, continues to grow his business, and he's speaking at more events. Again, somebody I've worked with multiple times in different ways, just from the training of what we do. And then one more, Amy Powers, raise your hand. Yeah. She said as soon as she hired me, she raised her prices, and then she started to do more of what she did, which is a win in itself. She gained confidence. She's building her brand, creating more content online. She is doing things that probably she wouldn't do otherwise, but she is making things happen. Let's give her a round of applause.